Once upon a time, there was a king, who used to wear a single horned crown. He had a lavish palace, 3 beautiful wives, and 7 children, all well qualified in their respective fields. The king was reaching the retirement age, so he asked his elder son to lead his empire so that he could undergo seclusion. Now, his elder son, Jonathan, had set other plans for himself. So he turned down his father's offer. Jonathan was a nature lover, and he wished to live in a thatched house within the deepest parts of the jungle. The king was disheartened, but he accepted Jonathan's plea. He asked Jonathan's immediate junior brother Charlie to handle the loads of the throne. Charlie accepted, but on a clause: whenever Jonathan would change his mind, Charlie would return his throne to him. He took oath by scratching his hand. The blood that dropped at the ground transformed into a marble structure of an immensely beautiful fairy. Both Jonathan and Charlie were so mesmerized with this incident that they called the head priest to decipher the incident. The head priest was an old learned man. He observed the fairy structure. She was carrying an innocent smile in her lips, but a tear drop was falling from one of her eyes. After 7 days of extensive prayers and research, the priest concluded, this kingdom was once the land of these fairies. Then our beloved single-horned king took over this part. The fairies went underground and lived there peacefully. Our bona fide king had never any intention to harm them. The fairies brought so much good luck to our kingdom. Peace prevailed in every corner. But now, with the single drop of blood that hit the ground, the world of fairies had an abrupt end. They all turned into marble structures, and the fairest of all fairies emerged into the palace with her frozen drop of tear. Their curse now will fall upon us. And the whole kingdom will vanquish within the next full moon. Jonathan and Charlie both were so shocked, they both remained numb for a couple of minutes. Father, how can we save our kingdom? Our father had trusted us so much. For my ill decision, the one-horned kingdom cannot suffer. Please help us, oh learned man, cried Jonathan. Charlie exclaimed, no brother, it was not your fault. Due to my blood splash, the ill fate has been forced upon us. I can do anything for my kingdom. Please show us the way, Father. The priest thought for a while, meditated to reconnect with the suffering soul of the crying fairy, marry her and go along with her to their underground kingdom. Never come back to one-horned kingdom. Otherwise the curse will return along with you. Charlie did not think for a moment. I will marry the beautiful fairy. I will leave my kingdom. No, Charlie, our father has given you the responsibility to carry on the kingly jobs. I am always like a free bird. I have myself chosen a solitary life. I will marry the fairy and spend my entire life in their kingdom. Only, then our one-horned kingdom can be saved. The priest arranged for the marriage. The elder prince took his ceremonial oath. With every word he spoke, the marble idol melted to put life back upon the fairy. She was so beautiful, everybody present there were awestruck and stunned by the glory. Jonathan's face was even, blushing with the thought of marrying the prettiest fairy. He felt lucky, alas. Little did the one-horned kingdom knew, the luck had left them with the exit of the old king only. Just as the marriage ceremony reached its last part, Jonathan's throat choked and he started coughing profusely. And as the ceremony ended, the groom had crossed the death barrier, forever. Charlie went speechless for a few seconds, then looked at the priest. He started laughing mercilessly. Pity, dear. I pity upon you. You are more cursed than your brother, as he has been freed by us. You and your kingdom are left with the doom planned by us for so long. Charlie gave a confused look. Why, father, why have you sided the evil and betrayed us? What was our fault? The answer came from the fairy's end, who had already transformed into a rough black horrendous creature by then. Your father had made us to live beneath the earth. He had ensured peace throughout. Now is the time, his family and kingdom will be ruined, and we will sustain and regain our power. Your priest had died yesterday. I have killed him. The one who is standing before you is the child of the evil, like me. Poor fellow Jonathan, poor you. Before his consciousness seized, Charlie only remembered the black smoke that engulfed the whole kingdom. The one-horned peace kingdom disappeared into oblivion. After a decade, the old king returned. He could never find his kingdom. It is said, he is still in search of his lost kingdom. Probably, you have seen him, if you have visited Assam. The one-horned rhinoceros may be burdened with its prehistoric identity, but his quest still continues. And don't forget to support us by subscribe to our channel for more stories, like and comment. Thank you.